Hi guys, and welcome to Paradise Fishing Surat Thani. So in this first video I just want to take you through how we got here, how we come about this piece of land and what we plan to do with the place. So some of you guys will know me already, as I was previously the manager over at Samui Fishing Club for a couple of years. When I was younger, I went and done a course at Hadlow College in fisheries management, and the plan was always eventually to come out to Thailand and start up a fishing lake. It's been the dream for many years now. However, I thought I'd be doing it once I got a bit closer to retirement, but life worked out differently. I come on a holiday to Thailand, went to Samui when it was in a bit of trouble and needed someone with some experience, and they offered me the job to go and work there. I started off just managing the fishing side and ended up managing the whole resort. I was there for nearly 2 years and I absolutely loved every minute of it. It was fantastic. I met some really brilliant people, gained some good experience on working on a place in Thailand, because it's very different than working on lakes in Europe. And then my time there came to an end. There were certain things with the leadership there that we didn't agree on, and it was time to move on. But no hard feelings, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity they provided me with there. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be standing here with this now. So yeah, no hard feelings at all. So I left there in January this year, and if I'm honest, I was thinking my time in Thailand might have to come to an end, but I needed to find a way to make that not happen, because I had my missus here, all the friends that I've made since I've been here, and I absolutely love living in this country. I much prefer it to being back home, so it was time to find a way. And it was really my missus that was the driving force behind all this. She said that she'd seen my passion and how much I love my work, and that she doesn't want to see me go and do something I don't enjoy and be unhappy. And she convinced me that if I put my mind to it, that I'd find a way to make it happen. It was also a big influence on me was my best friend Max, who I sat down on a beach with him in Koh Samui, and he said to me that no matter what happens, we'll figure out a way and we'll make something work. So then it was time to come up with a plan. First step was to try and find somewhere. So we went off on a little trip, me and my missus, for about 2.5 weeks, drove around Thailand. Her brother has some land up in Surat Thani, so we went up there to have a look at the lake that he has on his land.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
And even though, as you can see, it was a lovely place, would have made a nice fishing resort, for me I just thought it was a bit too far away from everything. It was around about 2 hours from Surat Thani airport, and Surat Thani itself is not the easiest place to get to. I know there already is some successful fisheries up there, so I just didn't think it was the right place to go. There was also an opportunity that arose in Samui quite early on, and although it was an absolutely stunning place, would have made a very nice day ticket fishery, there wasn't much scope for building houses on there. And I really wanted, after having me experience at Samui Fishing Club, to have somewhere that we could sort of build a community, same as we started to do there, and have people that will come back to us again and again. I really enjoyed the hotel side of it, which I didn't know I would. I had no idea how to run a hotel when I first started taking over that side of it. But it was a side that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed getting to know people, I enjoyed having families there and meeting all kinds of different people from all walks of life. And just the service side of it, I enjoyed making sure, trying to be the best. And I figured that that's something I'd like to try and replicate at my own place. So although we was very thankful for the opportunity that the guys gave us up there, it just wasn't viable at the time.
0, 1, 2, 3.
Let's get started.
So we travelled round to a couple of other places in Thailand. We looked at a few other pieces of water. We even went to look at a couple of existing fisheries that were already for sale. But nothing really seemed to grab me. And then as we were sitting in a coffee shop, having a coffee and a bit of cake, my missus says to me, "Oh look, my friend's just sent me this. It's next to her land in Surat Thani." And then this is what we saw. I mean, it's looking a little bit different now. But we decided to drive down here, have a proper look at the place, speak to the landowner, and see what could be done. And this was the first time that we pulled up at the lake. We pulled up on the side of the road and instantly saw the size of the place. It was so much bigger than it looked in the pictures. But it grabbed me straight away. I just thought it looked absolutely stunning.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
So then we had some soil tests carried out. We tested the water to see what the feasibility for raising fish in here was, and we consulted a local builder to see what the feasibility of carrying out our plan on this land was. No doubt in our mind that this was going to take a lot of work. It was going to be a big project. So it was time to have a look around and see ways that we could make it work. And between me, my wife and Max, we didn't have enough money to do it all ourselves. So we made a business plan, got it all out on paper and sent it out to some people to see if they would be interested in buying leasehold plots. And if I'm honest, I had no idea whether there would be interest or not. And I certainly didn't expect to get the support that I got almost immediately. We sold 7 plots in the first week, which gave us enough to go ahead and get started. So then it was time to say goodbye to Samui and move over here and start a new life. And the first challenge was finding somewhere to live here. So obviously we wanted to be as close to the site as possible. And me and my missus drove around for exactly 4 hours and could not find anywhere in the local area for rent. Just nowhere that was close enough to make it viable for work. So I was kind of sitting there banging my head on the steering wheel. I drove back round to the lake, parked directly outside the lake. I was just thinking, what the hell are we going to do? I mean, I can't stay in a tent for the next 6 to 8 months while we build the place. And then as I was sat there, I turned round and I said, "Babe, what's that sign say?" And she said, "Oh, says house for rent." And literally 30 yards from the lake, there's a few staff rooms there for rent. No, they're very under-equipped as far as Western living goes. I mean, we've got a roller shutter as our front door. Haven't got any aircon. There's no kitchen. There was no shower. So look, it wasn't going to be the best living in the world. But if you're going to make your dream come true, then you've got to make some sacrifices. So to be honest, if I'd have had to, I'd have stayed in the bivvy. So then it came down to the legal side, and to be truthful, I had absolutely not a clue when it came to starting a business in Thailand. So I went off to a few friends who own businesses out here and have been through the process. Wanted to do everything completely above board, make sure we don't get in any trouble down the line. And we got passed on to a lawyer who managed to sort all the contracts out for us. We then made our own leasehold agreements, and then from the leasehold agreements that we made, we sent them through to the Thai lawyer, had them checked and make sure they was all legal within Thai law. Then we had to get the business set up. We needed 2 Thais. Max is married to a Thai girl, so am I. So they went on to the business. So once all the business was set up legally, it was then time to find a builder and figure out what we needed to do with the place. So obviously it had been my dream for a very long time, and I'd sat there and planned it all out in my head, but until you've actually got a place and you know how the land is, what the water's like, what's around it, very hard to sort of make any plans. So I knew in my head that I didn't just want another place that was just carp. It was, I feel like there's enough places in Thailand where you can go and target big Siamese. Don't get me wrong, they're a wonderful fish, but from my experience in Samui, I felt like there was enough scope there to have a place that was full of predators. We get a lot of people there who came down and asked, where's the arapaima, where's the arapaima? What else can I catch? You know, they catch some carp, they catch a couple of mekong, and then they want to get involved with something else. And I felt like, although the European style of carp fishing is what everyone's doing out here in Thailand now, or what most places are doing, sorry, I did feel like there was a scope for somewhere where you could do a bit of lure fishing, do a bit of fly fishing. So that had a big effect on how we was going to set up the lake and what fish species we were going to stock in here. Now we've got a fantastic location with this piece of land. We've had a lot of questions asking where we are, so we're 10 minutes from Surat Thani International Airport.
Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me.
We're 15 minutes from Surat Thani train station. It takes about 25 minutes to get into the city, and then a little bit further afield of places that we plan to offer day trips and excursions to. We have Khao Sok, an hour away. We have Ratchapapa Dam, is about 35 minutes away. And then my wife, she grew up here, so she knows lots of good places, so we found some real little hidden gems within close proximity of the resort, and places we'll be able to take people to when they want to break from fishing. As far as main tourist destinations, we're just an hour away from the pier to Samui, which is a place called Donsak, and also has a wonderful beach, some amazing restaurants. Really cool little place. And we are a 2-hour drive from Krabi, or we're a 3-hour drive from Phuket, which both have international airports. So it makes getting around the south of Thailand from our destination very simple, very easy. There's many ways to do it. We're actually based right in the middle of that pier to Samui and Krabi. So We get a lot of crossover tourists come to Surat Thani, and they're all scratching around looking for stuff to do. So we're hoping to stop them on their way, spend a couple of days at a lovely fishing resort, catch some monsters, and then move on to party or do whatever it is they're doing at their next place. Bit of island hopping. But yeah, we have lots of stuff around us.
Let's get started.
And being so close to the airport is amazing. I mean, you will land from Bangkok or any of the other airports in Thailand you can fly to Surat Thani to, and we will have you fishing within half an hour, you know, so that's a huge bonus for us. So we was told originally by the landowner that the lake ranged in depths from 2 to 11 metres, but since we've started exploring, we've discovered there's nothing that deep. The deepest hole here is around 4 metres, which is not a bad thing for us really. To go down 11 metres, you're going to need an awful lot of oxygen to sustain the fish, and I'm quite happy with it being a bit shallower than he thought. We did some initial water testing when we bought the land, and we discovered that it's got around about a neutral pH, it's got a good mineral content, and there's a good abundance of natural food in here. We will be adding to that ourselves over the time before we stock the fish, but everything was looking good to go ahead and turn this into a fishing resort. Now we will be making some videos showing you how we test the water, what parameters we're looking for, but we'll do that a bit further down the line. This video is really just to introduce you to the place. Now, one of the things that made me instantly fall in love with this place was the features. I love the fact that it's not just a big square hole where you're going to cast into the middle. You're really going to have to fish this place. We've got deep holes, we've got long roads going through the lake, we've got all sorts of corners, and then we've got our 3 main islands. So it's really going to be a bit of a challenge. And not that I'm saying anything bad about any other lakes in Thailand, because many of the fisheries out here are truly wonderful, but I do find that a lot of them are kind of empty, and I like something to fish to. I don't know about you guys, but ever since I started fishing, I've always liked to feature to fish to. Always like to get out and explore the depths, find out what I'm fishing underneath, and I think this place gives you the perfect opportunity to do that. Something else that really got me excited here was the size of the place. So in total, the lake is 10.8 acres, and I feel like it's very important to have a good sized stock lake. And also we've decided to turn this end of the lake into a specials lake. So we'll be having some species that we might not necessarily be able to have in the main lake, because we're going to have large predators in there, and some of the species we'll have in here don't grow so big, but they're incredibly rare, and there'll be fish that maybe a lot of people have not even heard of, let alone caught before. So it gives people the opportunity to catch things that they might not have ever thought they was going to catch, and it gives us the opportunity to show people the different types of species that are out there and available in Thailand. So by having such a large water, it allows us to cut off one end of the lake, use that as our specials pond / stock pond, and then give everyone a bit of variety while they're here. If they're tired of catching big carp, big mekong, big arapaimas, then they can do a day on the specials lake, doing a bit of lure fishing, doing a bit of float fishing, and seeing if they can catch something different to add to their catalogue. So I hope you found this video interesting, guys, and we'll be doing at least once a week. We'll be making a long video showing you what's happening here, showing you the stages of the building, how far we've got, snag removal, things like that. So if you're interested, please drop us a follow, hit the subscribe button, and if you're not already, go and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're across all platforms, and we're really hoping to make social media drive this place. I mean, we've got football clubs that were built by social media, we've got boxers that were made by social media, So why can't we have a fishing resort for ourselves, all done by social media? Take care, guys. I'll see you on the next video.